Hello and welcome to the Hat Chat podcast with your hosts, Trott
It's Hornby.
And Alex Smith. Hello, I'm present and correct.
Hello.
All right.
Wow. Yeah, you got it right. Thank you very much to Morder for that Fingal. There's a longer one at the end of the episode. And again, thanks for sending your emails in. We've actually got a little influx of Fingals, but they'll run out very quickly.
Yeah.
It's a very shallow well, which dries up quickly. So please send them in to hatchat@hat-films.com. That'd be much appreciated. And
then we can sell your data to people after you send us stuff as well.
wow, that's going to put them off, isn't it?
Well, you don't say that because we've been doing that
I'm just being honest.
for some time now.
We don't sell your data. If it does get
Don't
stopped,
we?
We've got staff for that.
we got stuff for that. Not on us. Anyway, welcome to the stream today and the podcast itself. What are we doing today? What is the memo? What's the theme?
Well, I called it animal style.
Okay.
I basically was looking through hypotheticals and I just chose a bunch of animal ones because I don't know, my brain can
Likes
deal with
animals
that.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't like
Right.
animals. Straw doesn't sexually attracted to animals or anything.
I didn't say you were.
You-
You can like animals.
I inferred it from what you said.
Right.
Wait, but would you?
Please
What?
carry on.
Would you go that far?
If you had a pork and animal, which animal would it be? Is the first question.
Oh, is it?
No, it's not. No, the first one is
Can
what?
we add that in though? Just quickly, if you were
Oh.
able to
Yeah.
both
This is not good.
anthropomorphize and make legal and also not
There's no repercussions.
stigmatized.
Yeah.
It was just culturally accepted.
It's all
already.
fine. Yeah.
Doesn't sound
One
right at all.
animal that's
Dangerous.
humanoid.
Have you ever been to the beach, and seen those like red sea anemones? Those little like red
Yes.
ones.
Yeah.
One of those probably.
but humanoid.
But
Oh,
how
why would I need to make it humanoid?
are you fucking that? You're going to kill it.
Well,
Think
I'll
about
be
the animal.
gentle.
Animal
this is
well
so horrible.
needs to be considered in this.
Or which one would you
thing.
choose? You don't get my answers till I hear what you would choose.
A full-size female gorilla.
Jesus, that's really
So
strange.
strong.
A female gorilla would
So
tear you to
dominant.
pieces.
Yeah, but like maybe a chimpanzee then.
Again, still
face
10
rippers.
times the strength of the average man.
that's what I'm fucking after.
That's what you want to be thrown around.
I want to be in a dangerous, hostile situation while I try and get off.
Monkeys scare the shit out of me. All right.
Yeah, especially remember that phone call of that woman, and she was like, ripping his face off.
That I
She kept a chimpanzee as a pet, like an idiot. And then
yeah.
it ripped someone's face off.
Oh
Ate
my
its
god.
face. I know.
I
Trot, which one?
Yeah, chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee as well.
Chimp as well.
we- together.
No, it would just be kind of funny after
Chimp
the whole
pimps.
face
We'd have one of those Eiffel Towers.
You're a chimpanzee.
I don't know if I would pick
It's horrible. This
any
is illegal.
furry
You
creature,
shouldn't
which
do it.
is most furry creatures.
Get close to the mic, Ross, if you can.
I'm like really close to it.
I know, but there's a point where I can hear you clearer when you get a little bit
Oh,
closer.
okay.
There's a point where you're like peaking.
I know. I'm
We
trying
are
to play back from mine.
Yeah, for anyone
It's a
listening, we are
sweet
trying
balance
to
between us all.
balance our audio. We're in a new place.
Red panda?
Red panda. Oh my god.
Why a red panda?
Why a cute cuddly animal?
Well, they'd be anthropomorphized if that's.
What do you mean by that?
As in, like, they would be humanoided. They would be
Fucking burn his nose.
like a red panda
Yeah.
in humanoid.
So they would have legs and arms and walk around like a human being.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do the second question. What two animals would you like to switch the sounds they make? That's awfully written. What two animals would you like to switch the sounds they make? Now that's pasted off of the website. So you got to switch the sounds of two animals.
Okay.
Which ones are you choosing?
Okay,
Wait.
so I'd like to change a dog's bark
Yeah.
for a parrot
Right.
so that you can make your dog speak words.
What?
And that would be super easy to do.
That's an interesting idea. I like
Yeah,
that. So you
I'm
give it like the
enhancing my
vocalization
dog with-
capabilities
yeah.
of a parrot.
Or like one of those, in Madagascar, you have these really good at mimicking all kinds of sounds. Birds.
A lyrebird.
Yes.
I'm not sure. Are they Madagascar? They might be Madagascar, yeah.
Don't lie about it.
Uh,
Some remote tropical jungle
yeah.
where they are.
I'd like a house cat to have
They're Australian, a
eagles.
lyrebird.
an eagle's cry.
Oh my god. See, this is the thing I was trying to avoid, is really obnoxiously
Hilarious.
annoying sounds in
funny.
your house.
Oh, I don't have a cat.
Oh, so you want everyone else's cat?
I
to
just think it'd be funny. to
have an
see.
eagle.
Or like a lion's roar would be really like ridiculous, like dolphins.
Yeah.
eat
I'd have a really tiny dog that makes a lion's roar.
Okay.
I think
That
that
would be
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, awful when they want food. Like, imagine waking up in the morning and just like, and it just like shakes the house. Oh my god!
They know how to abuse that quickly as well.
Huh?
Well, they would know how to abuse that quickly,
Yeah,
and they would
yeah.
just roar every time because you, out of fear, feed the animal.
Yeah.
I guess if you overfeed it, it'll eventually die.
Is that what you try to do?
What, kill the lion
I mean, if it was
Lion
getting
roar
too much,
dog?
what way to go?
Oh, we ate too much food. I don't know. I mean, how easy is it to overfeed a dog in that sense? 'Cause I
Pretty
feel like they
fucking
still
easy.
stop.
I think it's like
eventually.
organ failure by the end, though. It's not fun.
It's a slow one.
So my next question is: if you could put wings on any species of animal, what animal would you choose?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go with like, what's the slowest way you'd kill an animal?
No,
Pretty sure
obviously
we've
people
done
don't
this
want to
one.
really hear about that. Have we done this
No,
one?
no,
have we?
it's
Pretty sure we have. Yeah.
Wait,
What
what was
was
this?
your
If you put
answer?
wings on any species of animals.
I can't remember.
Because I put on a dachshund that roars like a lion. I'd put dragonfly wings
So
on
you're
a dachshund.
combining the questions now. Nice.
Yeah, so there's this dachshund that is like, you know, a sausage dog. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the actual name.
Are they
right.
sausage dogs then? I thought
Sausage
sausage dogs were slightly different to Dachshunds.
They might be,
Dachshunds!
but I would put good money on them not being. But I'm not gonna like dig my heels in so much that I'm gonna be like, no,
No,
absolutely.
die on that hill.
I'm not dying on that hill, but I'm fairly confident that sausage dogs and dachshunds are the same thing.
Yeah,
It's
Dachshunds. Yeah.
Stretch limit.
Dachshund is
Would
the
world.
German badger hound, which means dogs designed to hunt badgers. Dax is literally badger in German. If you'd like to know, and I'd put
Badger
dragonfly.
dog.
I'd put dragonfly wings on that motherfucker.
It's also known as the wiener dog, badger dog, and
Ah.
sausage dog.
There we go.
Dog.
Short-legged, long-bodied, hound-type dog breed. The dog may be smooth-haired, wire-haired, or long-haired.
I
Standard
don't like
size.
the look of the wired ones. Oh, actually, sometimes they can have little beards, and it's quite funny.
You like that then? So you do like the
I
wild.
actually do like
Novelty.
the
Yeah.
wired ones. I just realised I do.
What about a snake with wings? You've basically got like a little wyvern.
Tiny dinosaur.
horrible.
Yeah.
Do you know the thing I hate that has wings? Flying ants.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Why do
don't
ants
need to be flying?
have wings?
Have you ever seen a dune bug in the UK
I don't know
or a
if I-
mayfly? Have you seen a mayfly?
I've
in
seen a
the UK?
mayfly in the UK.
Wait, no, hold on. Is it mayfly I'm thinking of? I think it's dune bug.
But flying ants come out at a certain period of time. If it's
Yeah.
too hot in like, is it September or something, and then suddenly there's like an influx. I mean, like,
Yeah, I've definitely seen
fuck,
those.
they're out. They've
But I
they've
might have
hatched.
mistaken them for a dragonfly.
So look up a dune bug. These things are in the UK and they are big. They're like the size of a snack-sized Mars bar sometimes, and they're like these huge flying beetles.
She got a picture of buggies.
And
Dune buggies.
oh yeah, not those. Those are
There's a dune
vehicles.
buggy. It looks quite
There it
nice.
is. I see it. It's
Dangerous to
chunky.
drive.
Chunky
They are
little
so big, and they'll fly straight into your mouth if you're not careful.
Oh,
thing. Oh, sweet.
Yeah. What wings would you put on things?
but you have to take it off another animal, right?
I put
Yeah,
fork wings
Yeah.
on a cat.
that'd be cool. I think I've seen an animal like
Is that like a
before. Is there
mythical
one like
creature?
in D&D that's like that?
Yeah,
There's like the chimeras and the griffins and
griffins. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
the sphinx. You can get a sphinx sometimes.
Like
I think.
Buckbeak. Remember
Just like
Buckbeak?
Buckbeak. He was a hippogriff.
He was a hippogriff,
Buckbeak. What's that?
but it's Harry Potter.
Oh,
We're the world's #1 Harry Potter podcast.
fan podcast.
If you don't love Harry Potter,
well, I'm
pot off is our saying here at the Harry
getting
Potter
potty.
HQ. We don't allude to our Harry Potter status anywhere in the titles
Well,
or
high on
descriptions of these podcasts.
We're potheads.
Potheads.
Potheads, yeah. Wow, he says he isn't ill. He certainly sounds it.
Just,
I'm not ill.
It's his allergy tablet.
Just like months of fucking dust stuck in the back of
course.
my nose, I think.
Sure.
I feel fine.
I'm
fine.
fine.
I'm
course.
fine.
Please, I need to get to
I
that
actually
field
mainly read Harry Potter for the
Oh, good.
subtext.
Gonna continue with.
for the potential sex. Yeah.
No, for the subtext.
Oh. Yeah. For the potential sex.
You were like, yeah, of course.
You,
When is he going to get laid?
Which?
Which page? Which chapter
Oh,
is it?
I
When is he
took
going to
that
fuck
as-
Cho?
How
He
many-
doesn't
it's
fuck
like-
Cho.
very obviously reading his book on like the tube,
Yeah.
London Underground, hoping to get laid because he's seen reading Harry Potter.
I don't think anyone's ever probably.
It's
That's
that he-
what I am.
it's that he bangs his best friend's sister. What a dickhead.
Well, I mean, it's
If
like
Trott banged your sister, what would you say to him?
I'd be like, I hope you're happy.
She's
Better marry her.
You better marry her. Oh,
Marry her and
God.
knock her up.
No,
Otherwise
I
it's
would be
meaningless and
like,
shitty.
you're allowed to marry, but you're not
Commit.
allowed to procreate because I don't want your dirty genes in the Smith line. is
No,
what I
you
was-
have to
I've
have
studied the
Christmas
pool.
together.
Yeah,
You have to have Christmas together, and he's holding her hand and giving her kisses.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. It wouldn't bother me that
I'm
much.
on my tippy
It wouldn't,
toes.
it wouldn't bother me. Neither of you have sisters, but I
No, I
don't
don't.
think it.
You don't know that.
What would you do if I married one of your brothers?
It would be very bizarre. It would be a very bizarre experience for me.
And what if I was like, we finished dinner with your family, like, right, we're gonna go upstairs and fuck now. Try
Well, it's a weird
put your
thing to say, 'cause
headphones in.
I think most couples don't announce that at the fucking dinner table.
But I would.
Right, we're gonna
average.
go fuck.
Oh, right, okay, well,
Put
that's
your headphones in.
You're
yeah.
gonna need some noise cancelling on
Can I
there.
have a
Gonna need some noise cancellers on this. It's
It
about
won't
to get
rid of
wild. Merry Christmas.
The
Can I-
trebly thuds, but the bassy thuds.
Can I trouble you for a glass of water? I'm gonna need a lot of spit.
Mouth is so dry after that terrible turkey. Jesus, insulting the dinner and fucking the. Oh.
So which animal would you put wings on, Ross? What would they look like?
I would give a dolphin wings.
Okay.
I think those fuckers need to be out of the water
I think they're already
where
too
they
powerful.
can really, fly their wings, where they can fly away.
Let's
and
give them
then
opposable
nest
thumbs at the
somewhere.
same time.
Let's give them legs. Let's give them human legs, wings from an eagle,
Street
eagle
sharks.
wings, human legs, and
That's
no
something like
arms though, no arms, but hands.
Imagine a dolphin, but street sharked.
They should have hands where their,
Yeah.
their ears would be.
They got like jeans, like chains, wife beater top, but it's a dolphin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're going around clicking.
I think they should have
Click.
eyes on stalks as well, like a snail.
Why? That's just changing an animal to
I've
be.
changed it entirely.
It's not. No,
I just feel like their eyes shouldn't just
The
be
basic
pointing
thing
outwards,
is adding
sideways.
wings
They should be,
to an animal.
and then they've got the wings as well. They can fly, see 360, walk like a human, and run like a
This
human.
isn't fucking.
But they
sport.
only have hands where their ears would be if they were human.
It's like Guillermo del Toro stuff.
I'll tell you, I watched that like not too long ago, and that was the first time I watched it.
Watch what?
At the age of 33.
Pan's
Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, nice. What do you think?
It wasn't what I thought it was be at all.
Really?
Bizarre, isn't
I
it?
didn't know there was a war theme in it.
Yeah.
To be fair, the only imagery you see is of that fucking freaky dude with eyes on his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
What about the scene where they discover the guy
No, like-
poaching on their land?
Yeah.
And they get the wine bottle
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
Brutal.
the butt of the, is it the wine bottle? Or
Yeah,
the butt
it's
of a
like-
gun. I thought it was that.
It's brutal.
it's bottom of a bottle, but it might be a gun. But yeah, no, I mean, hell of a
Brutal.
film though. I really liked it. What did you think of it?
I thought there'd be more labyrinth. To
Yeah.
be fair, like I think when I heard the word labyrinth, I thought David Bowie, labyrinth,
Right.
and I thought there might be a
Never-ending
bit
story.
more of the labyrinth rather than just this kind of like freaky relationship with an alien kind of weird animal.
Well, it's about her escaping like a grim reality, isn't it?
Of
But then there's like
course,
the
yeah.
dangers of escaping. I
But it was
suppose.
weird because the eye creature was fucking freaky.
Yeah.
I was
Good
expecting
creature.
a lot more Tupperware and like cooking implements.
No pans.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the
she
next
called
question,
Pan?
huh?
Was she called Pan?
I don't
Was
think
someone
so.
called Pan?
It might have been the labyrinth.
Because I think
Witch.
like that was a translation. That's not the actual title of the film.
No, it's not really about the
It's a-
short-lived rapper Labyrinth. Not short-lived.
He's not
Short-lived
short-lived,
career.
He's still alive, and he still does make music.
So the
He's
fawn,
producer as well.
also known as Pan, as
Yeah.
one
I
of the
thought it
characters.
was literally the main
Oh,
character.
okay.
No, it's. I don't think it is. Is it?
No, because I think it's the
The
translation.
fawn is called
Now I need
Pan.
to-
So there's a fawn in it.
Yeah, it's the main. thing.
El Labyrinto del Fauno, the fauno of the labyrinth.
Are we Alforno? No. So the fawn, Trot, is the horned creature with
Yeah,
the
with the blue
swirling
eyes,
bits on it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the fawn, and that's
Yeah, I know.
named Pan.
Yeah.
El
I'm not
Labyrinto
denying- I'm
del
saying yes.
Fauno.
I thought you were saying it's the woman, the child, the girl.
I didn't
Yeah.
know.
So the literal translation of the original
fawn.
title is the Labyrinth of the Fawn.
Yeah.
So
Weird, eh?
Pan's Labyrinth, for some reason, you kind of think, oh, maybe it's that little girl that features as the main thing. Maybe it's her labyrinth. But obviously,
She's just
yeah.
a participant.
I thought it'd be very different from the years of like hearing references about it and kind of only seeing the graphic of that one dude who's probably in it
You're
for
hoping for a sequel.
maybe 5 minutes. So
Mr.
if you haven't
Tumnus.
seen it, Mr. Tumnus. I was hoping it would be, yeah,
It's
Narnia
very- yeah,
with David Bowie.
That film. Very.
Labyrinth.
Anyway, which wings are going where now?
Well, we've
Labyrinth.
done the wings.
We've done the
Um,
wings.
If you were I've got more animal questions here. I'm just going to quick firing these at you. If you were reincarnated as an animal based on your personality, what animal do you think you would come back as? Perhaps we should ask each other their opinions of us.
Rather than coming up with it ourselves.
So if I came back as an animal, what would you not be surprised to see I was? You know, you could go, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Fuck, it's quite difficult.
You haven't really thought about it.
I haven't spent any time.
I think I'd be on a orangutan.
Orangutan, to be honest.
Please, my habitat.
I could, but why are you saying orangutan, Trott?
I'm saying it because they're very
slight
smart. And
ginger
and
it's not ginger. I wouldn't say you were ginger. There is
them sitting around a lot.
Ginger is a proper thing,
but they're a very outdoory kind of animal too.
Yeah, most animals
like
are.
Just swing around, and just gives me Smith vibes.
Well,
and it also would be
something you'd fuck.
Horribly ironic, considering you hate them.
What? I don't hate them. I don't hate them. I fear them. I respect them. I think
being one would be empowering.
I think primates. You shouldn't go near an orangutan if you see one.
Huh?
You shouldn't go near one. It might attack you.
Yeah.
Might kiss you.
What do we think Ross would be? I reckon like a
raccoon.
You'd want to be a raccoon, would you?
I like raccoons.
I know you like raccoons.
I think it's a shame that they're not domesticated because they're cute little creatures.
And they got hands.
As foxes, really, because foxes are so adorable. But also, yeah, I mean,
I don't think you're like sniveling and sneaky enough.
I'm not.
Raccoons are like opportunists and like rummage through shit.
What about a squirrel? Or how about
like a penguin?
I don't think you'd be prey.
Penguin.
A penguin.
Penguin. Say it like that.
Penguin.
Yeah. Penguin.
Penguin.
Is anyone going to address the fact he's saying penguin wrong? No.
I'm saying penguin.
Produced and published
those wings are peng.
Penguin. But he's definitely not saying that right. Do we tell him? No. He's Benedict Cumberbatch.
The sound of a fox is actually quite horrific.
Yeah, it sounds like a child screaming.
It's a weird purring sound. It's like, fuck me.
That's ever seen two of them have sex?
Sorry?
Two of them having sex.
What about it?
They get their butts stuck together and then they sort of tug against each other. It's not a nice look.
I had to explain to someone how dogs have sex as well, because somebody asked why Murphy has this little kind of knot kind of thing.
Yeah.
When he gets excited.
I
explained the reason for having that is it keeps him in.
Locks him in, doesn't it?
It's horrible.
Locked in.
Horrible when you think about it. Don't spend all the time thinking about it.
Don't let them near your ears.
Other animals.
I think magpie's a good shout for us.
Yeah, magpie.
Magpie?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I think it is, though.
What about the dolphin with wings and hands?
Wally the walrus, the one that went into Chepstow. You know, there was that walrus that was floating around Wales?
Right.
No.
There was a walrus that got lost and ended up...
Well, that's obviously Trott. Trott's a walrus.
Wally the walrus. I get more of like a... I don't know, like a... In fact, I'd say Trott is more like a raccoon than you are.
Oh, right, okay.
I think there's more similarities.
So I said when saying that Ross wasn't a raccoon because they're all nibbling little opportunist that steals shit.
Yeah.
It's very skittish. That's the vibe you're getting.
I was mainly basing it off of approximate hand size.
Okay.
Like, I could see somebody dressing up in like a raccoon onesie and all the proportions kind of sort of evening out.
Why did you think I sounded
maybe,
like
I kind of think like maybe like a chameleon or something. I could see that.
myself as a pug.
Could you?
Pug.
That's kind of me right now. Like I think I'd be quite a sick dog because like everything makes me sniff and sneeze.
Like a Great Dane. So like big and bumbly, but not a big long lifespan.
What's interesting is that whole kind of idea that owners look like their dogs or their dogs look like their owners.
Yeah.
Right now, Trott is looking a lot Mochi-like.
Well, technically, Mochi looks like me.
Well,
why did you dye her?
Dyed your hair to match the same color as hers, so I guess you've made yourself look like her.
After I did this whole hair.
Mochi's a brown dog. Not a lot of people know that.
Yeah, I actually.
So you got her to match your hair.
Yeah. I bleached her to match me. She's jet black usually.
Oh my god.
Trott also shits in the garden.
Got to assert dominance, territorial.
My nan definitely looks like her dog. 100%.
Well, there's a guy I saw in the park the other day, and he looked like his dog.
Yeah.
I was like, that's weird. Do I look? I don't look like my dog.
Oh, really? No, you're quite
My
different.
dog's a very adorable, like cute.
If you had like a collie,
little thing.
if you had a collie or maybe a schnauzer or something, I think coloration is part of it. Let's be honest. Like
I think that's it. This
like my nan's
this
dog is
dog looked all tired and old, like this old man. I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Is it like this weird
Weird.
psychological thing where people say like you'd pick a dog breed that matches your own like looks
yeah, maybe
because it's appealing to you?
quite possibly.
Much like you pick a girlfriend that looks somewhat like your mum because of the Oedipus complex.
Yeah, don't worry about
well,
you.
they have properties like Freud.
I will
said
say
that,
your girlfriend looks nothing
your
like your
motherly.
mum, so you're all right, Trott.
your partner would have properties of which you because
Don't want that
mothers and
complex.
fathers give children their first association with what a trustworthy adult looks like, right? And so then you use that as a
Comforting.
basis to find a partner in the
A
future.
template.
Yeah, not all the time, of course. And Freud had some pretty wacky ideas. He's not 100% correct, but yeah, that's kind of roughly.
I mean, beagles do go grey fairly early in their life, like maybe about 5-6 years they start going grey.
Right.
Maybe that's my link.
Also, it's kind of like an environmental choice as well, because if you're in a flat or you've got like a huge amounts of land, I think that changes what kind of dog you'd get.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
I could get a border collie if I had sheep to wrangle.
Yeah.
You don't have
Not
to-
because
you
they
don't
look
need to
like
have
me.
sheep.
I don't
I'm-
have sheep at the
I
moment.
only need. I need it for the sheep.
Well, they
I got the
get
dog
border-
now. I need to get the sheep.
But yeah,
All right.
there we go. That's the animals we'd be.
I've got one more animal question. One more.
Go on.
Okay.
It's a shame it's only one.
You can transport one furious elephant into any point in history. Where would you put it?
A furious
So
elephant.
this thing's going nuts. It's been riled up to shit. Like it's angry. It's been like shocked with cattle prods. It's ready to go nuts. You drop it into one historical situation. Why would it be the royal balcony at the Queen's Platty Tube?
Oh fuck!
Holy shit! A wild, crazed elephant has materialized on the royal balcony, and oh god,
It's stampeding the crowd.
little baby Prince George. He's been tossed from the balcony. Oh, there he goes. Why didn't it get Andrew? Oh boy, Andrew
Just
should have
keeps
thrown
going
himself
back
in
to
the way.
that balcony, and you can't stop him.
Oh god, it's all right. Prince Andrew is remaining strong. He hasn't seemed to have broken a sweat yet, but
He hasn't broken a single bead of sweat.
this is incredible. We all need to go to the Falklands and get traumatized, and we don't have to perspire anymore. That's what we do it. Fuck
Man.
links, fuck aerosols, fuck antiperspirants. Just a bit of war PTSD, and boom, no more wet patches.
Is
Where
there-
would you put the elephant?
my
Is
God.
there a war where one angry elephant could change the tide of that war? I assume before industrialization, because guns would just fuck them up, right?
Yeah.
Whack it in
The front
Putin's
line would just
bedroom.
take them down.
Oh.
Is there a point in history that would change history if you threw an angry elephant in the mix?
Yeah, probably.
Like Napoleon
bunker.
era.
Like Hitler's
No, that's what
paint
we'll
submission.
do. So again, that's like assault rifles and artillery and shit.
Yeah,
That
but,
would
I
take
mean,
that.
like that's in a military situation. I mean, there was points where they didn't have readily available automatic weapons.
What
yeah.
it was just when the Egyptians were building the pyramids, there was just this angry, furious elephant knocking them all over as they were trying to move these heavy blocks.
Oh no!
The pyramids never got made.
Why was that?
Why
Oh,
did
there was
they
just
yeah,
this
no,
elephant knocking
furious
around.
elephant.
It could disrupt a world wonder.
Yeah.
Like we were about to have like really good aqueducts, but
Yeah.
an angry elephant stampeded
Or it like
and
fully
killed the
knocked down
architects.
the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's just
Oh,
knocking it
shit.
all the way down. Oh, God, it's all
it's
gone.
going.
It's
It-
going
It
now.
wouldn't even be called the Leaning Tower; it'd just be called
It's
the
the-
ruin,
The
I'd
ruins
put,
where the tower should have
the
been.
trampled Pisa.
Yeah.
I'd materialize the elephant as it gets to the apex of the Jeff Bezos rocket flight. So
Nice.
an elephant
They're
just
with him.
appears in the capsule.
Blasts it open.
And they're just like, holy shit! And it's all anti-gravity, and the elephant's going nuts, doesn't know what's happening.
Oh, we've lost visuals. We're not really sure what's happened here. I think. Do we have any other cameras? No.
Oh my
No,
god!
it's just
All we heard was a loud
I think
trumpeting,
we're
and
gonna
then
have to
everyone.
cut the feed here. We're not really sure what happened to the craft.
Oh man!
Is that an elephant? Our external cameras are picking something up.
Oh!
There's an elephant falling from the sky.
Oh!
You
What
can see
about
this is
Angry elephant
hazy
moon
zoom
landing.
in. Sorry.
Angry elephant moon landing.
Stick
Moon
it in the
landing.
landing
Yeah.
capsule.
Yeah.
That's one giant step for. Oh shit!
It's
an elephant.
furious. Anyway, it's furious. Oh my god. There are aliens here. I guess you would just immediately go aliens.
Well, an elephant. Well, yeah, I guess
Well, either that or
there'd
they'll
be a lot more
It's
questions.
come into the soundstage from the wrong place.
Oh,
Because
boy.
obviously
I
it's
knew they'd
been
filmed.
faked, yeah.
They were filming in Africa. Fuck's sakes, I knew it.
Just before Anne
dunes.
Frank was discovered in the wall. Just out of the wall, just explodes a fucking elephant.
Oh my god. I mean, she had enough to deal with.
Yeah,
let
no,
alone
that, I mean, that's like a
or to break her
distraction.
out.
Yeah, you're like they're about to discover
The
this.
elephant
This
makes the
fan.
noise that gets them discovered.
Oh,
Fuck
me.
you, elephant!
Fucking elephants.
What's hiding up here? Zip it!
Zip it.
That was devastating.
Any more for any more?
We never got to see Anne Frank's house.
We didn't.
We
I've
just-
seen it. I've walked by it.
We almost got there, and we would have written in a little book and said that she would have been a films fan if she was alive today.
Fuck me. I don't think. Did anyone just write in the book? I'm not
I don't
sure.
fucking know. Maybe you have to
You
be
ever
Justin
thought
Bieber
about-
level.
Characters in history and how they would fit in with modern society if they were just born in this era.
Who?
What sort of person would they like? Any character of history,
There's
important
probably
figure.
something online about this as well, like where they've kind of redressed them or.
And I'm not
Kinda
using Anne
CGI.
Frank as an example because that's probably not a good one
Yeah.
to make it novelty. Like, oh, she'd just be like in private school or something. I don't know. But what about Genghis Khan?
Extraordinary
The TikTok star.
circumstances make extraordinary people, I think, is the thing. And if you put that extraordinary person into an ordinary circumstance and they would never have experienced all the things that led them to become the person they are, I think they'd be rather mundane.
They'd
Oh,
be a regular
yeah.
person.
Yeah.
They're
People
built
like
off, they're built off of legacy and myth and history
Yeah.
and all this other stuff. The stories that were told about them, which are probably embellished at some point
All right.
as well.
What about a more recent one then? So, like, say,
So-
if Jimi Hendrix were born nowadays, would he make it in the music industry?
He'd be a TikTok star.
You think he
Make
would?
it big
Could be.
via TikTok, end up on American Idol.
this guy's pretty
I don't
good.
know. So you say that, yeah.
Right.
Like, I mean,
He's playing his guitar the wrong way around, though. You idiot.
he probably inspired a
got a big
lot
thumb.
of people to where they've got to today, anyway. So, like, hard to say, but yeah, TikTok
Hey.
definitely.
Definitely
TikTok.
TikTok.
Has
I
to
don't
be.
think a lot of musicians are using TikTok in that way.
Do
I
they
think
not?
a lot of TikTokers are using musicians in that way,
Hmm.
but not the other way around. But that's just
I
me.
guess so. I don't
maybe
know if
Jimmy would
people
change
make
all that.
a career's being made on TikTok for music.
I think-
Must be
I
like
think
the same
80s
as
musicians
YouTube.
are getting a resurgence.
And, where did Justin Bieber came from? YouTube. He was
Bustin' Jeeber.
Bustin' Jeeber came from.
Yeah, he came from YouTube and then he got
YouTube,
picked
so,
up
like-
by
Usher.
Usher. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Do you-
mean, there's
do you ever
probably
think
a
that,
variety of people who've done that. As well.
Super successful people might have just reincarnated and on their second run round they got all the advantages.
Ah, lucky bastards.
Yeah.
That's not
Like-
fair, is it? Why don't we all
Right,
get a
who's Lennon
We
today?
do.
Who's John
Right
Lennon?
now, you're on your first run or your second run, maybe.
Mm.
And then each run, you get like a new trinket or upgrade. And like basically, life is a roguelike.
I think I'd rather be more famous in ye olde times rather than modern times.
Why is that? Because you hate antibiotics.
You might
No.
get assassinated in the streets.
Because you don't want
I feel like
black
more-
segments of society to have rights. What was it you were thinking? How
A
come?
bit of all of the above.
bit of all of that, right?
Yeah, that's all appealing, but mostly it's because not every single part of you is now online and exposed, and there's a lot more of a myth and legend that can be built about you. Just word of mouth alone,
Sorry, Werther's has nailed this here. Trott wants to lie to the uninformed.
basically.
like
Like
what-
no one wants to be a TikTok star because everyone's technically a TikTok star, and no one really is at the same time.
Yeah.
Like you can have 1 million followers, and no one is gonna really do anything about that. Not that you'd want that. I'm just saying. I'd
Yeah.
rather be a Mozart than a fucking Justin
Mozart.
Bieber.
Would you rather be Ed Sheeran or Mozart? Mozart's, to be fair, Mozart is
Nah,
so renowned worldwide and kind of inoffensive music. It doesn't stand for a specific thing. It's not of a classical is classical, right? So
But
it's
then
just
he
like,
got-
Mozart had a shit life. Though.
Gustav
course.
Holst. Oh,
did he start as like a 12-year-old or something?
It's like they toured him round, and you're having to deal with a complete lack of international flight. So you're just going around in bloody carts and stuff all the time. I think didn't he also go deaf at one point? Is it
that
this
would
one?
suck as a musician.
And I think he died.
Was that not
quite young?
Beethoven?
I don't know, man. I don't
That's,
know.
I mean,
Just
honestly,
the highlight.
being deaf
okay?
and being able to play piano is just so unfathomable to me. I cannot even. How would you confidently play music in front of people if you were deaf?
remembering where the
vibrations.
keys are. I guess. Well, did he go deaf?
it
I
like
don't know.
just vibrations?
That might be
Maybe.
a different guy.
Maybe that's it. But like, fuck me,
Yeah.
incredible. Unless it is that you just paint by numbers and he's just reading the music. He's just really really smart in that sense. Like, that takes some. That's I'm going to say it now.
Go on.
That's pretty talented.
Yeah.
Beethoven should be
Pretty talented
applauded
musician.
for his
Talented
work.
guy right
I
there.
know people don't want.
Yeah.
I know people what people say about him, but no,
Okay, Trott, this is it.
he should be
this,
TikTok famous.
this is what you chose, Christopher. Towards the end of the decade, Mozart's circumstances worsened. Around 1786, he had
Don't we
ceased
all?
to appear frequently in public concerts, and his income shrank.
Yeah,
He
they all
sent
do that.
a series of letters to people, a pitiful sequence of letters pleading for loans, is what people have found. There's still these letters
Everybody
available.
gets on hard times, don't they?
And Mozart's last year was, until his final illness struck, a time of high productivity. By some accounts, one of personal recovery.
But yeah,
But then
he
he,
come back around.
I think he succumbed. What did he succumb to? It's going to be syphilis, isn't it? It's always syphilis.
Sepsis.
The good living disease, probably.
Gout.
Bit of gout.
Big classic gout.
I think that
They weren't lauded in their time. They weren't like this. They become like legends, right?
Okay, so
Yeah.
So maybe Trott in
I'd
like
be-
100 years, people will dust off the internet after it was banished, discover the content, and be like, that guy had something
do
there.
you think John Williams is going to be as well remembered as Mozart?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, in terms of
But
Depending
John
on how
Williams-
long in the
well, his music thing is like classical music has such a resonance. Like even the fact that it's themed off of things and obviously pop culture, like there is staying power to that. Like that's it's got such a huge body of
John
work as
Williams
well.
just ripped off Gustav Holst.
So
Yeah.
that's good stuff. Fuck Gustav.
He did a good job.
Fuck Gustav.
I'm
That's
gonna
why.
sit here on this podcast
Gustav.
and say this is an anti-Gustav podcast now.
Who are you going to call Trott? The Gustavo?
Oh,
Nice. I might. I'll see if they're available.
but like, same with Hans Zimmer. They've created like these timeless pieces, and I guess it's very different as well. Like they've created something that,
Zimmer's more of a soundscape than like
of course, but
a
like
extremely complex.
They
like,
create emotions.
musically.
I need to borrow one of those to
Musical
mow the
genius.
lawn.
But if you listen to like I don't know the
Zimmer.
Inception music, well not necessarily the womp one, but like the kind of time, for
Yeah.
example.
Gladiator.
That on it's just listening to that without the context of the film as well. Like it's just a really emotive piece that kind of
They nailed it, didn't they?
they nailed it.
When they made the orchestra, when they found out
Yeah.
like all these string instruments together,
Yeah.
with maybe a big couple of big drums.
Maybe one
Fuck
guitar.
me, this sounds incredible, and this is going to last the test of time. And I think the reason for that is acoustically.
Yeah.
String instruments are very similar to vocal cords,
Right. Okay.
and it
But do you
resonates
think-
quite literally with us.
Do you feel like Minecraft videos will stand the test of time?
No,
Why
Huh?
not?
I don't
Really?
think they're going to be up there and remembered as much as Mozart.
Oh.
Oh,
You think like episode 643 of whatever
Shat block.
Minecraft chat block is gonna echo in the
I feel like
I
we're
think
going
it's-
to get a tiny little blip.
We're in the era of distribution, aren't we? We're at that's like
content.
we
Spam,
have
spam.
power of distribution, whilst Mozart literally had to get dragged around Europe by his parents.
You really mentioned
You
this
know.
dragging thing. You
Um,
still had to make the music.
Oh, of course, but like he then couldn't just upload it to Spotify or put it on YouTube. You know, like
Yeah.
a lot of things are huge in our day and age because of distribution and because of ease of access. If you went to a person like, do you really need to watch this Race for the Wool? Like, you have to walk to Europe to watch this Race for the Wool. Do you think they do it?
No,
Yeah,
well, some people have
probably
flown from America to watch us
Dead nuts.
perform live in skimpy
But
outfits.
Dead Nuts is the new Mozart. If it does get its live show, it will be the new Mozart. It's
It
just
will
waiting for
be.
that big breakthrough moment.
One day, yeah.
I think it's pretty cool that we got to see that thing, the Interstellar thing in the Albert Hall,
yeah.
That was awesome.
where like both Hans Zimmer and Stephen Hawking
Steve
were present.
We saw Stevie
And
know,
before he
what's his
perished.
face?
Did he? Wait, is he still alive?
Stars.
Michael
Oh, he's
Caine.
gone now, isn't he?
The stars.
Oh yeah,
he's the-
Brian Cox, not the one in
Brian
Succession.
Cox.
Brian,
Oh,
not the one in Succession.
Yeah,
Brian.
fucking amazing that
Yeah.
lineup. Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Michael
Caine
I mean,
was
I think
there.
Stephen Hawking for me is
Stephen Hawking
like,
was there.
that was like the most incredible
Hello.
thing. One of like
Hello.
the greatest scientists
I
of
love
our
movies.
lifetimes, and we could have breathed the same air as him, guys. I was
Yeah.
gasping. I was gasping.
I was
like
rushing up to him
crazy.
just to go.
Give me your breath.
Yeah.
I breathe too much.
They escorted him out. They said, for God's sake, he's extremely vulnerable to illnesses.
What's that breathing? Is that gas?
Is that methane gas?
Me,
That's not oxygen.
I would like to leave
Please, he's stealing my helium.
my air.
Oh my God.
Good spirit.
Yeah, this was a while ago. When was that?
Well, I mean,
2018? 17?
yeah. 2017. Best year of our lives.
It was a lot. Yeah,
2017 was a
happened.
great year for hat films in
It really
general.
was, yeah. A lot
But I
happened.
think
we
we're
did a lot.
reaching the renaissance of hat films right now. You're in
Phase 2.
This is
The return.
we had the original MCU.
Yeah.
We built out the 10-year arc, and now this is the start of a new arc.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But everyone's a bit MCU fatigued, and that's okay. But we're going to bring them all back
Yeah.
with cool new characters and
Trot the
reinvention.
Submariner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's going to be the new walks? We just don't know.
What's going to be in phase? I want, like in The Boys, where the guy shrinks down and blasts open that guy's penis.
Yeah.
That
That scene.
is so good. Like, oh my God, I love how they play around with
Ant-Man
horrific
inside a
powers
dick.
like that. Huh?
Because he sneezed.
Yeah, he sneezed.
Sneezed inside his peen.
Love his
that's
dick.
that's nuts. That's not a spoiler, right?
Uh,
It's just a
you won't know
weird
when it's
scene.
coming.
Neither will he.
Yeah. Anyway, well, there you go.
So there you
That-
go,
that's the hypotheticals for this week. That was the animals questions.
and you know what? That's covered the majority of the podcast. There, we've got barely any time left for any of the funny news.
really?
Belly.
But if there is any
Barely.
good selected ones, from our email that have been sent in, or maybe some that you
Well,
found
I mean, obviously, there's easy.
online.
There's these ones here. There's one about monkeypox. Remember we were talking about that very briefly earlier in the podcast.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know how much comedy can we get out of monkeypox apart from the name.
Oh, I don't know. It's just it's they mentioned not masturbating near each other. I think that was literally
That was
saw
the
the
health
headline.
advice.
health advice was
Don't
was to
masturbate near
try
monkeys.
not to jerk it near the monkeys. No,
Near the
each other.
monkeys.
No, it says CDC advises
Which is we
people
all
who
know.
think they've been exposed to monkeypox.
Hard to do in a zoo, isn't it? To just
Yeah.
hold yourself back.
Oh, it says to socially distance while they masturbate together to avoid spreading the disease.
Fucking hell.
So if you're going to masturbate together, just keep 6 foot between you without touching each other. If you think you have it,
Yeah,
So
but
if
what if
think
you
have it,
blast the gap?
get the fuck out of that room.
Are you
That's-
allowed-
What if you accidentally blast the gap though?
you blast 6 feet?
Yeah.
It's possible.
Are you allowed a central soggy biscuit, or is that too much contamination?
I don't think they've wanted to. The full
Or if you did it one
details
at a time, though?
I don't know, but I know I know they've raised monkeypox to a different level of danger now because more people are getting
It's
it.
not. It's not. It's a
Yeah.
global crisis, or something like that.
There are all
Yeah,
sorts of
it's
other
certainly-
viruses coming to fruition.
But
as
not
well.
to run a fear of panic to everybody.
Well,
It's
don't
different
worry.
to COVID. Monkeypox
Yeah.
is likely going to give you some little blisters that scab up and fall off and make you feel unwell for a few weeks. But other than that,
I mean, I wouldn't play it down. I would
Not
say that
playing
it
it
doesn't
down.
necessarily affect the population en masse. It's specifically
It's a
focused.
sexually transmitted thing.
it's transmitted through bodily fluids,
Yeah,
which is harder to transmit than through
with
the air.
infected people.
So basically, if you
No soggy biscuits.
fucking around, watch out. You
And obviously
you might
don't
get
use-
the monkeypox.
They use our podcast as a sort of
Oh.
health advice. Is
No,
we
definitely
should
not,
probably
no.
preface it with that.
That and TikTok. Stop using TikTok for health advice.
Is
A
that
lot
what
of
people
people
use
are
it for?
getting into that, and
So
it's
instead of calling
quite
their
bad.
GP, they're going on TikTok and then typing in, "What are these boils on my dick?"
It's a dangerous amount of people out there that have like doctor in their username and then wear those stupid little heart monitors around their neck, and they're like, I think,
Stethoscopes.
Heart
monitors.
Coca-Cola's healthy and it's fine. Eat less salad because it actually slows your metabolism.
So, seriously,
Processed foods good.
I
for you.
mean,
What?
misinformation on social media, right? It's just a scourge. It's a goddamn scourge. I mean, just
Oh,
don't be dumb.
I've
I
just
guess
seen
my
an
thing
article
would be
that-
don't be dumb.
references something we've referenced before.
What's that?
So this headline says, it's not in the, I haven't linked it there yet. NASA scientist explains why astronauts should not masturbate in zero gravity.
What?
And we
happens?
mentioned about zero G and
Nothing in zero
nothing
G.
in
Nothing
zero
zero
G,
G.
of course. So there are
Is it because
strict
of the-
guidelines. So it says here,
Why?
there are strict guidelines over alone time on board in zero gravity. Scientists have warned even the slightest rogue droplet could cause chaos on board. Is that what they're worried about then? So it's the jizz. Let's have a look.
I mean, that's the case for pissing as well. I'm guessing.
3 female astronauts can be impregnated by the same man on the same session. It finds its way. The scientists continue.
What the fuck is this
Sex
article?
and masturbation in space is a logistical nightmare with problems ranging from floating fluids to shrinking manhoods, according to U.S. astronomer
Oh,
Dr.
interesting.
John Millis.
Fucks with your bodily physics.
He compared sex in space to having intercourse while skydiving, but added that it was not impossible. Presumably, cosmonauts had this in mind when Kremlin sperm scientists came knocking. Russian scientists Dr.
I've suddenly got a hypothetical for you both.
Oh, okay.
Just to quickly wrap this up.
Right.
You're an astronaut, right?
Yeah.
You're pretty qualified. And
I didn't expect
I mean, he's only I'm in space. Good job, I'm pretty qualified. Yeah, go on.
you're pretty qualified.
Yeah.
And the worst has happened. You went out on a spacewalk to try and repair something on the ISS.
Yeah.
And a bit of space debris completely obliterates, like in Gravity,
Yeah.
the ISS. And
Oh.
your tether's cut off.
Yeah.
The only rescue you could possibly do is to enter a certain orbit where another space vessel can pick you up.
Yeah.
However, your jetpacks run out.
Right.
But you know
Yeah.
the velocity of jacking off
Yeah.
Oh, right, I see.
and jizzing will get you into
Yeah.
that orbit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I'd say
But there's
It's
cameras all
propulsion.
over you,
This
and it's
is
going to
insane.
the NASA YouTube live stream.
this is cosmonaut Smaffy. Come in. I would say.
wait a second.
What?
Come in.
Where are you in this scenario?
You're in space, floating.
You are floating. You've got a
And
space.
you
ISS
need to adjust
down.
your geosynchronous orbit by
to reach
blowing your load.
retrograde.
But you need to. Surely you need to get your cock out of the suit
Yeah, you'd need something to exit the suit, definitely.
You need to expose your penis
to.
to the vacuum of space.
But the vacuum of space isn't it really really fucking cold?
Yes.
Nah, mate, it's chill.
However,
So you're taking your cock out
You have
into
to-
extremely cold temperatures.
you have to
And you're
get
warming
going.
them up with a space glove, and then you're like hoping that when you do finish, not only obviously you're kind of shuffling around in this awkward suit. When you
Yeah.
do finish, you're hoping that the ejaculate will
You got to
propel
be careful
you.
with the process as well, because that could
Where are you
set
aiming?
you off in a different orbit.
Also, you can't touch yourself. You can't reach down. So it's all going to be mental.
The recharge.
You've got
time.
to stimulate
talk
yourself
about recharge
mentally. You've
time.
got to really go deep and summon
Yeah.
the best visualizations you possibly can so that you can hit that retrograde orbit.
That's hot stuff.
And unfortunately,
But
it's
it
going
would
to
be
be
such a
Bezos' dick
pathetically-
rocket that picks you up.
So there is actually a Love, Death, and Robots episode similar to this. It's actually the new season
jizzing.
of Love, Death, and Robots.
Not
I've
jizzing,
watched.
though.
Have you seen it?
Well, the one where
No,
they're
it's not
gonna have
jizzing.
oxygen.
No, but she has to I think snap her hand off or something like that, and but it's similar sort of thing. It's pretty brutal. I mean, of course you try and do it. You
you
do
not-
anything to survive, I imagine.
Yeah, are you not better off it's pretty gory, but like cutting a vein, and then
Or using blood.
yeah.
Well, you're better off using the positive pressure in your suit. You'd put a hole in your suit and you'd patch it. I think is probably the best way to do it. So you'd make a little hole, then you'd try and patch it with a bit of tape.
Well, then you could do a little spixie wank.
Yeah,
Maybe that'll get you there quicker.
yeah. You could.
Perfect.
Like this.
Think of all the things.
Mission control. Choking
I can see
myself.
you. You're just.
Very good.
This is your last chance. This is
Going for a little
nothing
choke.
matters anymore. To be fair,
I feel really
you would
good.
try anything.
Don't pass out. Don't go towards the light.
I just don't think.
He's getting a dopamine rush.
Oh, he's really nutting.
He's dying.
Come on, buddy. You gotta climax before you die.
Freedom. You can survive this.
Just endlessly spinning with a massive rod on.
Deploying emergency lemon.
they find it. Yeah.
Bite the lemon. Bite down now.
Ends up bouncing off a spaceship, and they're like, "What is that guy?" And he's just got his cock out and there's blood everywhere, and he's just like, he's torn his cock through his spacesuit
It just
so that he could
happens
jerk
to
it,
be-
and he's just dead.
At the same time, you got Bezos, Kanye West, and some other celebrities in the dick rocket, just like in the peak of their orbit, and then you hit the screen and squeak across the window.
And then that is where the furious elephant just appears inside the capsule.
That's the choice where you bring in the angry elephant. Yeah.
Angry elephant. It's just a fever dream.
And you go up to the window of the capsule, you're like, dung, dung, dung. And
Look
Kanye
the
West
other
and Jeff
way.
Bezos are both looking out, and then they turn around, and there's just,
Angry elephant.
yeah.
Fuck me.
Also
It's just-
pretty angry because they're in the vacuum of space and unable
Yeah.
to breathe.
I kind of want to make that sketch now.
I think that's what
is that
George
gonna be high
Clooney was.
budget?
I think that's what George Clooney did in Gravity.
Yeah, it is.
He was so calm that it just threw me off in that entire thing. I was just like, there's no way. He's just literally drifting off into space.
Yeah,
Like, that's fucked.
it
What's
is.
happening right there is fucking horrifying to the core. He's just drifting
It
off.
takes
Yeah.
a certain kind of person to be an astronaut.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Well, just
Astronauts,
accept that you're just going to... I'm gonna drift
astronauts
into
are
sea
selected
Okay.
based on having like the
The shit they have to
ultimate
go
level
through.
head.
It's
Yeah,
the thing.
like they
So-
are pretty
But
remarkable.
George Clooney,
I
though.
reckon that's quite accurate.
Yeah, Clooners.
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 See you later, Martin Clune.
Yeah.
Different guy.
Anything to get away from you, Sandra.
I gotta go.
It's really
I really
smiling.
enjoy
Gravity's an
Gravity.
awesome film.
Yeah, it's
I don't
like
think
the way it's
I
made.
think it's more about like the mentality of it rather than.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he was even real. He definitely wasn't when he came back.
Well, you don't want to spoil it, Ross. He is real to start with.
Who knows? Well, watch it and you can judge for yourself. But it's an old film now, I would say.
The thing that annoys me the most is there's
Yeah.
no gravity in the film whatsoever.
Well, there is.
Yeah.
It's a very key part, which okay.
Yeah.
We are really
It
spoiling.
was a joke.
No.
It's where Sandra Bullock reveals that she's a hacker
Yeah.
and she's on the run. Wait, no, different.
And she's
film.
got like numbers written in her arm, and then
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
her currency.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she has to spin a little spinning top to know if she's still dead or alive.
Oh wow, this is like a mismatch of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
What have we made a film?
and then she's in a mini, and she does stunts.
Is that like
Italian job?
the Italian job?
And
Italian
then
job,
doesn't
yeah.
she like
Italian job in
stuck on a
Inception.
bus at a certain speed
That's hanging over a
She's
cliff.
stuck. She actually was though.
That's actually.
She actually
Yeah.
because she's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
she
she
is,
also communicates with Houston by posting in a box by a lake, and that's how they communicate through time.
Nice.
And Keanu Reeves is there.
Of course.
That was a weird one. Did you ever watch that one?
What?
Like, is it called the Lake House or something? Or like, she communicates with Keanu Reeves through time using
Isn't
a.
Keanu Reeves in Speed as well?
I think he might be. I
Yeah.
don't know. On speed?
Is that not? That's not. No, it's not in time. That's
No,
not
no.
just
They basically the Lake House. Yeah, they communicate to each other. It's like a romantic thing.
Oh God!
Yeah, they communicate to each other through different time periods, but through the same post box.
Is that like the time traveler's wife? Anything that involves time travel and love, I'm out. Honestly,
There
I'm
was
just
another one
like,
which was
for
About
God's
Time.
Whoa,
sake.
I thought About Time was okay.
Interstellar. That's basically the same
Yeah, but that's
thing.
not the same.
Huh?
Wow.
It is.
Kind of is. It has elements of it, but there's enough hard sci-fi for me to be like, all right.
Well, it's not the one with
I don't want to feel romantic feelings
Chris
from watching
Pratt,
sci-fi.
Chris Pratt and oh shit, what was it? Jennifer Lawrence. Remember that one? Did you see that one?
Chris Pratt and
Where
Jennifer
they're on
Lawrence.
he wakes
Oh,
her
the
up
Passengers.
on the passage. Yeah,
Apparently it's shit.
it is.
Right.
Don't watch it.
Craig re-edited that
What?
film
Passengers.
because he found a leaked script of Passengers years before it came out.
Yeah.
He's got an interesting. It's probably better if he tells it, but
Really?
he's got a really boring voice, so he probably.
Craig
I'm
has.
joking.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, he basically a few years
Pulled
before the
out.
film came out,
Yeah.
they were very excited, like him and Alex Turner, because they're like, we actually literally get to see the script before it comes out, and then
Right.
how the director and the editors piece this together. This is super exciting.
Okay.
And then they saw Passengers, and it was awful.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Right.
the script was so much better. Like, it ruined it.
Yeah.
So Craig went out of his way to re-edit how it was.
Chris
Gross.
Pratt pretty much ruins most things he's in these days.
Yeah.
Feels like it, doesn't it?
I don't want to see Chris Pratt in another action film.
But you want to see him in Super Mario?
No. I don't want to see him in really anything. I don't know why.
Hi, I'm Mario. You bet you're wondering how I got here.
Hey guys, I'm Mario.
Just a plumber.
Very odd. there you go.
It was good on the terminal list. Oh, there we go. Well, I liked him in Parks and Rec. All right.
I liked him in
Yeah, I like
Galaxy.
But that's where you could have.
He was good in Guardians of the Galaxy, to be fair.
Yeah.
But now I've seen too much of it. There's a little bit of a Guardians of the Galaxy bit at the start of the new Thor film. They're in it for a bit. And I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah, they're crossing over everything, aren't they?
They're crossing over.
They're doing a
everything,
fine. Oh,
Trott.
man, like they.
Well, you see the I Am Groot like mini series.
No. There's a whole.
He's where he's a
mini-
baby. Shorts, not real film. Not
Have his
full.
shorts, it's all right.
It's
But
shorts.
again, like
Starring
the whole
Vin
Comic Con
Diesel.
timeline release, all of that is just like not interested
No.
whatsoever.
They really
The Marvel
really
film
saw
first
the
started
jackpot when they saw
when
multiple.
Robert Downey Jr. left.
Ooh, it's a bold claim, but one I think I might slightly agree with.
It's when they
I'm not saying
introduced
that
the
he was the
multiverse.
reason,
That
but-
was their ticket. That was their
Yeah.
meal ticket, wasn't it? It's like we can do fucking anything now.
Yeah.
We can
Hang on, now
revive the what
we
the
can do
free stuff that
anything,
happened
and
with
so-
Spider-Man.
anything means nothing. That's the thing, right? If you can do anything, nothing has point to it. Nothing has
I
reason.
feel like they raised the stakes way too high.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
think so.
now they have to supersede that, and
Yeah.
it's just batshit insane now.
Yeah.
So-
And then they keep giving random directors different things, and they're just all over the bloody
That's more
place.
DC.
No, the new Doctor Strange is an interesting
Oh,
film.
Sam Raimi, yeah.
Ugh, there's some bits in that film where I was just like, literally, my eyes rolled out of my head. Like, watching a film when that's happened to you is difficult.
Yeah.
You know, I had to go on sound and I had to use a tuning fork like Mozart.
There's a better time traveler film.
What's that?
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Oh, yeah. That's interesting.
Dark.
It's an interesting film. It's a great film.
No, the
Dark.
TV series Dark.
Dark.
is a better time
Because
traveler.
you don't know it's time travel, which
No.
is
What?
what you don't at the beginning.
Oh, okay. Well, now
It's so worth watching as a 3-series production. It's great.
hey, you know the people that made Dark are releasing a new TV show called 1899.
Yeah, I'm
Make
looking.
it sound more like an ad.
Looks amazing.
I've heard that they're making a TV series available now on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Not yet, but yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
some weird psychological horror thing with weird interdimensional shit.
Oh, it's got fucking him in it as well. It's got all the actors from Dark in it.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Nice.
It's nice. I'm going to sneeze now.
Tiedemann.
There he goes. He's sneezing.
I'm fine.
Fucking love just the presentation of Dark and the music and
Yeah, it's very
everything.
classy, wasn't it? And a lot of the like the musical montages towards the end where they just started getting more and more indulgent. And I was
Loved
like,
it.
I'm here for this.
How about those sex
Like
scenes
the
there as well?
Vigorous.
Yeah. What are those sex scenes?
Which version of that one is fucking that one? No,
15 minutes of that.
Which how is that her brother from
20 years older, 20
30
years
years
younger.
ago? What?
Nice, bit of old and young.
I'm going to go fuck granddad me.
Old and young without realizing it.
Jesus.
Tales from the Loop,
Limited
yeah, I've
False
got that one,
Daughter.
right, but
What?
not as good as like the OG like artwork and shit. I don't know. Anyway, we've really rambled this one.
Yeah.
This is what
Good.
happens when we don't have like a rigid structure and then hypotheticals about.
Yeah, we got some news in there. We've missed the news
We did miss them.
fairly. Yeah, last few.
Nice.
So you got a little bit of news, whether it was useful or concluded anything. The sperming, the spunking and spacing didn't resolve anything. Didn't explain anything. I
No,
apologize for
it
that.
didn't.
I mean, I didn't write the article, but yeah, I guess they just don't like to jizz in space for the mess.
There's probably a reason for it, but yeah,
Can't they just use like a towel or something, or a cup?
I think it's more the bodily
Whack it into
Function.
a Johnny.
itself rather than the result.
It's true. you
Yeah,
just
but
use a
can't they
condom.
feel it if that was the main issue? Or is I
There's
was thinking
definitely
it was gonna be
ways
some
to
weird thing like
compensate.
pressure on the balls or something, or like maybe
I
the
think they're just
tubes get,
downplaying it, but they're all doing it all the time up there.
People have spent months up
They're up there for months,
Exactly. They're definitely doing it. They are.
but they're also
definitely
being
doing it.
watched all the time by NASA. So maybe, but what if that was their kink? We don't know.
You just
Yeah,
go
yeah.
into the little Russian section of the ISS.
They're
It's
leaving
the little
the
private
ISS.
quarters right there. For...
It's all mechanical.
They'll be jerking in their own soon. But theirs have guns on them.
Oh man, there was a I think I said it to you when we were on the train back from London. They were talking about how Russia is no longer going to contribute to the ISS, and they're gonna build their own space station.
But with guns and hookers.
So
But then, There was somebody made a really good joke about like, oh yeah, Mir we go again is the little thing they came up with, like the Mir space station.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the joke.
Have you heard of Dubai's new planned 1 trillion
Saudi Arabia's
Arabia's
long
there?
ass city. Yeah.
The line?
Yeah.
That looks insane.
Yeah. I mean,
Super dystopic.
everything they do is dystopic, Trot.
Is it built into the sea again?
No. So this is like, imagine a whole city gets condensed into a thin line, which is vertical and mirrored on both sides. But then everything you possibly could need is all like stacked on top or around in this line. And then it can be extrapolated all the way along. And then there's like subway lines and stuff down through the middle. Yeah, it's
Surely makes more
you're
sense. to be
all
a circle.
enclosed in the desert in a mirrored wall of a city, basically.
It's hard to.
I mean, I'd be interested to see it. They did it with the islands. You know, there was that big like island thing they did. I think maybe that's in Dubai, where they built a load. They just like built land.
Island, yeah, built.
And
Specific, yeah.
they've also, I mean, like Dubai and places like that are all kind of examples of this, where they just use loads and loads of centralized wealth to do crazy infrastructure projects. It'd be interesting.
I mean,
to see.
it's great because
Yeah.
like the idea of it is interesting. It just seems really dystopic. It's meant to be a carbon neutral city of the future where everything is 100% renewable and all that stuff. It just
Right.
looks like a Judge Dredd style
Yeah.
building where it's just a thick line.
Get used to it.
Yeah,
You think things are dystopic, Trot? That's because you're in one.
you're in one.
We are living in a dystopic future.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But
Anyway, on that note,
Yeah.
thank you for listening
Yeah.
and having a bit of escapism with us here today. Also, a big, huge thanks to our Patreons for supporting us on
Thank you.
patreon.com/hatfilms. You keep Hat Chat going. And also our other podcast, Booty, will soon have its own tier on the Patreon as well. So if you like that series and want to support us, it's a great way to do it. Thank you. If you're musically inclined or have some funny news to share with us, please use the email address, hatchat@hat-films.com. That would be very much appreciated if you can send Fingles in. I'd love it. We use it at the start and the end, much like Morder today. And that's it from us this week. We'll be back probably next Friday, back to normal, and hopefully around a table.
Nice.
And you can check that out on our YouTube channel and see what it looks like. Cool. Or maybe join us live on twitch.tv/hatfilms.
Oh.
There's some influence there. Some people put stuff in chat and you're like, oh yeah. And then we talk about it. So you can be part of the action. Anyway, have a great fucking week, everybody.
Have a good one.
Any final words for everybody?
Goodbye.
There you go. Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate your continued support. See you next week from me. What about you?
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, cheers. Thanks for the next one. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.